Hey guys, my name's Heyjinx or DOS, and you're watching over Overwatch. Today we're going to take a peek at Winston, the kind-hearted, hulking behemoth that we all love. Winston comes from the Horizon lunar colony. He's one of the few genetically enhanced gorillas raised by a group of scientists to test the prolonged habitation of space. Winston had the fastest brain development, and as a result, was taken watch by Dr. Harold Winston. He would assist Dr. Winston with experiments while the doctor would inspire him with tales of human life. Sadly, at some point during the program, the remaining gorillas rose up against the scientists and claimed the Horizon lunar colony for themselves. All the scientists were killed, including Dr. Winston. Upon Dr. Winston's death, his apprentice gorilla adopted his name. Winston was devastated by the acts of the other gorillas, so he decided to build a rocket and fly to Earth. That's when Winston joined the epitome of his ideals, Overwatch. Overwatch was a perfect place for Winston, until of course, the company disbanded. He now spends his time secluded, waiting for the return of the world he believes in. Now that you have a feel for Winston's background, why don't we dig into his skills? We'll start with his weapon. Winston utilizes a Tesla cannon that holds 100 rounds. The Tesla does decent damage and should be avoided at all costs. At first touch, the cannon doesn't do too much damage, but if you don't pay attention, your health will dissipate at high speeds. The cannon can hit multiple targets as it's being channeled. Let's move on to Winston's shift. Winston's jump pack skill really speaks for itself. Our fine-furred friend uses the jump pack to propel himself a moderate distance at high speeds. He can use it to traverse across platforms or acclimate to Widowmaker's hideouts. Jump pack can be used offensively to engage upon the enemy team, or defensively to escape the clutches of his foes. If Winston lands on another player, he will deal significant damage along with a minor knockback. The skill has an 8-second cooldown. Winston's E is called Shield Projector, and it's really just a giant shield dome. Any player on the team can enter his shield and is protected until it's destroyed. In addition, allied players may fire upon enemies with no consequence. However, an important thing to note is enemies may enter the shield at their will. This is a fantastic defense against Torb's turrets, and should be used wisely as it has a 13-second cooldown. Lastly, we're going to look into Winston's ultimate. The name of the ability is Primal Rage, and it allows Winston to tap into his pre-evolved roots. He doubles his health upon activation and gains attack power. His cooldown for jump pack is reduced. However, his Tesla cannon is taken away and Winston is forced to use his fists as weapons. Though we aren't certain of the duration of Primal Rage, from previews, it seems to last between 10 to 12 seconds. Personally, I enjoyed using the skill to defend weaker heroes, such as Tracer or Mercy. Primal Rage is also a fantastic tool for defending or capturing objectives. From obvious observation, Winston is a tank. Without Primal Rage, he isn't as beefy as Reinhardt, but I feel he has more potential in defending his teammates or objectives due to his constant crowd control and AoE shield. I really enjoyed shielding an objective while electrocuting and bashing every hero that came into the shield. Once their team began swarming, I would use his Q and go on a slapping spree. By the time you've completed your combo, your team should have been able to clean up the enemy and capture the objective. And if all else fails, just rocket jump out. Like any fair hero, he has his weaknesses. Winston, among other monstrous heroes, has a hard time fighting Bastion. His extreme rate of fire and high damage output drops his health faster than you drop your morning coffee when finding a spider in the car. Pharah's high mobility and damage made her a difficult target to deal with as well. Reinhardt was also a tedious fight, but if you avoid his charge, it's like any other tank-on-tank battle. Never ending. Alright guys, that just about concludes our video on Winston. We hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, and please subscribe.